So it's January 30th now, guys. I did not vlog the rest of my birthday. I had a really great day, but it was a really difficult day. And if you have chronic illness, you know chronic illness does not take a day off. So there were a lot of really difficult moments, which, you know, I did share a little bit in previous clips in the video. And I have more, obviously, to share. But I wanted to first point out some of the really great stuff that, you know, happened that day. So I'm just so super thankful and blessed that I was able to have a lot of great time, quality time with my family and with Abby, and especially with my mom because it was her birthday as well. So it's very important for me to spend extra special time, I guess you could say, kind of with her on her birthday. It's just something we've always done. So, and I was able to tolerate 2 video chats, one with my best friend who also has chronic illness, and I've mentioned her before. We've been friends, I think, like 8 or 10 years now, something crazy like that, which feels absolutely impossible if I'm honest. But she's just been such a big support and help and just always there for me, so I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun to be able to talk to her. And then in the evening I was able to also tolerate a video chat with my Bible study best friend, and that was really awesome just to get to talk to her. We video chat very often, but it's still super fun and super exciting for me because that's just how I am. So I get excited very easily, and I just really cherish the time that I get with the people that I love. So with all that being said, yeah, it was a little bit difficult towards the end of the day, which has been pretty typical recently. Unfortunately, on my birthday, I was told that I went into 6 seizures total. They're very short seizures, I guess one would say. And for anybody who's unaware, I usually am doing like a staring type seizure, and then sometimes I'm also getting like dystonia type movements, which means that like my body's kind of just like twisting like so, and then it gets stuck and it's jerking, and so it's like little movements with like a movement disorder type thing. I've done the movement disorder type stuff before, however I'm usually conscious for it. Actually, last year on my birthday, that night, I had a bloody nose and I proceeded to walk into my closet door. I will link that video below for anybody who's interested, but the movement disorder stuff has been going on a while. It's just not usually present during a seizure. That, I think, started sometime after surgery. That's all I really remember with that. I can't really remember if I was emotional. I think I probably was a little bit emotional on my birthday, like linked to the seizures, because recently I've been having a lot of anxiety or doing a lot of crying right before I go into a seizure, and I'm just getting like those weird like auras, I believe they're called, and just kind of like my body's kind of, I guess, like freaking out, like something's gonna happen, except for I don't really understand why it's freaking out, so like I'm just really confused, which is hard. Outside of that though, I mean, you know, my birthday was really great. Like I said, I'm just really happy that I did get to spend it with people that I love, and I'm really thankful for that. Unfortunately, I feel like this is like a big question. Maybe it's just a big question in my head. I was not able to tolerate cake on my birthday. A little bit disappointed because you know, I had like this big appetite increase for like a couple of weeks due to like a medication, and I was like eating and whatnot. Turns out though, allergic to the med, came off of it, you know, the gastroparesis, mast cell, IBDs all like kind of picking up, and like my body's just still like working out not being on these other meds that I was allergic to. And unfortunately, even with my medication and whatnot, my body was like, no, no cake for you. And I was like really annoyed, not even because I can't have it, but because it's also my mom's birthday and they weren't going to have it without me. And that just really stinks, you know, like, because I wanted them to like still enjoy it, but you know, I understand. It's just really hard sometimes. Yeah, so I guess that's really the whole birthday update. I was not even like, after I went into like the seizures and I talked to my friends and just, you know, after so much like going on during the day, I wasn't even able to actually read through all my Facebook messages until today. Like, I had seen a couple of them like on my newsfeed come up. Other than that though, like, I did not tolerate even like pulling them up and like going through them and reading them. I tried to do that a couple of times yesterday on my phone and it just was not happening. So, but I'm really happy that I was able to like do that today and, you know, like respond to people. So I took like a bunch of pictures on my birthday. I haven't like posted them or anything yet. So yeah, it's just one of those times I've just been super tired from everything that went on in my body, and that's obviously very, very typical. And yes, doctors are aware these are actually, they happen so frequently, my seizures, if I'm honest with you all, that unless something out of the ordinary, which I use that term so loosely here, I think you guys know that, unless something out of the ordinary happens, we don't need to call them. And unless like it's a crazy amount of seizures, and I know 6 sounds like a really big number to some of you. I've been through a lot. That's all I'm gonna really say. You can have like, these aren't like big convulsing seizures, and you know what, people can go through that and have like, you know, a dozen in a day. Like, it all depends on their body. Thankfully, I'm not convulsing or anything crazy, but I'm definitely like, I think, increasing my pain levels by like twisting and whatnot during them. But yeah, I mean, everybody who needs to know is in the know at this point. And we've got, of course, tons of follow-ups, which I think it's been harder. Like, the whole being chronically ill thing, like right before seizures, like just the way my brain is processing stuff, I'm getting a lot more stressed out than I usually would. So it's a little bit weird because stuff that would never stress me out has been. So definitely like still adapting. Alright guys, so that went over much longer than I anticipated per usual. So with that, I'll say goodbye.